Tonight on the Vox Cascadia podcast, we amend some amends that need to be mended, I think. I don't know how that word works, but I need to make a direct apology to our dear friend Olivia, because about 3 weeks ago, I told her I'd shout out her podcast on the podcast, and then I keep forgetting because I hate women, I guess. And I'm doing this during Women's Appreciation Day weekend and Women's History Month. And so I just have to say, I'm sorry, women. My confession now on the Vox Cascadia podcast.
I mean, usually you wait till the after show to get you canceled, but
Yeah.
Wow, we're just starting. We're coming
30
in hot.
seconds in, getting Connor canceled. So.
Yep. So, I mean, like, your history of chauvinism, misogyny is well documented.
Oh, 100%.
So,
I just
we're
got a Discord pop up from my wife saying, "Chat, clip that." She heard that from through the wall. So, oh boy.
Well, good news. It's on a recording. So
Exactly.
Yeah. So welcome everybody, especially our women audience.
Yes.
The two of you to listen to us.
It's probably more than that.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe 10 on a good week.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 to 10. Like, I think that's really good for the Kill Team podcast scene, probably.
Yeah.
But
demographically
diverse Vox Cascadia podcast.
Yes, and there's nothing but diversity on this podcast with three white dudes.
Yep.
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, you're like vegan or vegetarian or something. I'm diabetic, and
I'm
Tyler. Yeah, there you go. That's like the three dynamics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Tyler's. Yeah, that's perfect.
I don't eat animals. Like Connor can't process sugar, and Tyler's apparently processing everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you. But welcome back, everyone. It's actually St. Patrick's Day today. As you can see, I'm rocking some green. Connor, looks like you got a green sweater on there.
Yeah,
I got my Crocs on. They got
green
some green
Crocs.
on. No, they're black Crocs with marijuana leaves on them.
Nice.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's more Moses in the burning bush type of thing. But
Connor, where do you fall on the Croc game? I'm a Croc hater, by the way.
Indifferent. I've never really worn any. I'm not like a big sandals guy, honestly.
Yeah, I just wear them through the house. That's the only place that they ever get.
When
worn.
was it that you gave up and decided that Crocs were okay?
A few years ago, my girlfriend purchased me some for $420. Because they're special limited edition ones, and I only wear them, like, the furthest I've ever worn them is to the trash. So I'm not a.
Why didn't you just fucking leave them there?
All right.
They're easy to slip on, and if I need something to put on, I don't want to have to put on other shoes. I don't have other sandals, so
I can't talk too much shit. I like flip flops, and I have a pair of Birkenstocks from high school, which my Birkenstocks are older than Connor.
Wow.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If they're from high school, when did you graduate?
97.
Yeah, they're older than me by at least a year.
Yeah. So, welcome back, everyone. We played some Kill Team this weekend.
Yeah, pretty busy hobby weekend for you and me, at least.
Yeah, pretty busy hobby weekend. Connor, Tyler, and I did a bunch of shit, but let's catch up on you first. What'd you do this past weekend? What'd you get into?
Oh, that's what it was. I couldn't remember because my hobby week was kind of just a failure. I had like 4 kit bash ideas just burning around in my head for the last for however long, and none of them really worked out, and so it was kind of just a bummer of a Saturday in that regard.
I know that feeling. Sometimes you're like, oh, this will be cool, and then the models just don't go together the way you want them to. The bits, you can't get them to glue right. And you end up with like 2/3 of an idea left
exactly.
over. You're like, well, this was a learning experience. Maybe I will throw this into a bin and I will come back to it at some point, or I will cut it up again and reuse this.
That was essentially the thing. One of the ones was for Heresy. One of the options you can do is it's called Weapons of Desperation. You can give Marines, instead of their normal bolt guns, it's supposed to be like they're literally been fighting for so long, they have to use auto guns and las guns. And I'm like, that seems cool to try and do on a model. So it was an attempt of like giving a Marine holding las guns, and just everything I tried just wouldn't work. I think more than anything, I need one of those little mini saws so you can like perfectly cut the bits, because I was trying that with just like the X-Acto knife, and that was not working. And clipping the las guns are so thin that it would just bend it really bad, even if I clipped it like immediately. So it was not working out.
I think with a lot of that stuff, if you don't have like one of the little saws, I will score the piece a few times
Mm-hmm.
with the tip of my X-Acto from both sides, and then you can kind of like clip it out from there, and it usually comes out a lot better. Or it'll even like kind of snap off at that point if you have a long straight one you need to cut, you know.
Long straight one, AO comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's one of the things I attempted with like the fourth one, but at that point I'm like, I'm just getting frustrated with this, and I was out of my like best 3 las gun options I had. So
Okay.
so now on the hobby tool list is get one of those little like cutting saws you always see in the YouTube videos.
Mhm.
Shaz Nick, I'm sure he's got 5 of them he needs to get rid of.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I wanted to make dinosaurs, and that wasn't working out. I'll come back to my Seraphon at some point. We'll end up in Kill Team idea, but everything I tried with him just was not working. The torsos do not match with the legs.
Okay.
So,
Wreck a Crew, man.
I mean, maybe, but I want like Seraphon. You know, like I like the little dinosaur legs, but I want to give him like some sort of sci-fi torso, so that way it's easy to put like any arm on them. But I tried with dwarf torsos because I've seen that done, didn't work really too well. I tried with some of the Necromunda bits, it wasn't working. I was just like, damn it. So it was just kind of a bummer for me. But on the other hand, you two seem to have a pretty good weekend.
And what about Ogre and Servitors for the bodies? Because that's a little bit bigger, you know? And it's kind of got that, like, it's got the metallic servitor look. So you have like the sci-fi body and you have a lot of space to work with for the larger ones. So
that might work.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's just an idea to throw out there. But we did have a exciting weekend. I got to see Chuck on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. I can see some of the spoils of your weekend behind you.
I got my my Far Sight over here. So
nice.
Tau lover Chuck.
Tau lover Chuck.
Yep.
Yep.
His favorite book, Elemental Council.
Mm-hmm. Favorite book, Elemental Council. I read it when I go to the bathroom.
What was your favorite character in that? What Tau was it?
It was the Shaz Lily.
Okay, yeah, Shaz Ui.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Good I honestly cannot think of a single fucking name from that book even.
Shah Rizzler.
The Shah Rizzler. That was my yeah.
So I'm just gonna have like a really shitty Photoshop of the Rizzler, but like
blue with the little like land on his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it up. I'll put it in right now. I'm making a note right now. Shah Rizzler, 7 minutes in. So, so we talked a couple episodes ago about Nick and my journey to purge, to work on this massive collection I have behind me and in other parts of my house as well too. And you know, a couple weekends ago, I went up to Port Orchard to see Nick, and we pulled a bunch of his stuff out, and I brought it back with me. And I saw Connor. I saw little big Connor. So this last weekend before last, I went through my stuff and I pulled a bunch of stuff out. So I'll put a picture up here that shows kind of our tables that we had them set up. You can tell one of us has actually merchandised stuff before and one of us has not. When you look at one table's mine and one table's Nick. To be fair, Nick had about twice as much stuff there. So
a lot of wild stuff there too. Like
Nick.
I need to Nick. I need to come look through your stuff that you're looking to get rid of. I'm sure you have stuff I do want. But you know,
well, it was spoiler alert, you can find it soon on mindtaker.org, because what he didn't get rid of at the event, he then Sunday when we were playing at Mindtaker, he took to Mindtaker. So we did quite the purge this weekend. So went to the Santiam Tabletop Gaming Club in Albany. A little bit south of Tyler there, and Tyler came down and met us and hung out for a little bit. So
yeah, we crammed. So Chuck brought a board with him, and we decided to play a game. Kind of crammed one in the corner on this desk that was positioned there. It was not a great spot for it, but it worked. You know, that's the nice part about Kill Team. Small footprint.
Well, the good news is that game didn't last very long, so we didn't have to worry about it. So
it was Hand of the Archon versus Angels of Death, and it was my first time on Tomb World, because I haven't actually played Tomb World before this, and you know, I just made some misplays, and my dice were solid, you know, but Chuck's dice were really good. Like, you know, I charged into his one of his heavy gunner,
intercessor gunner,
and he didn't drop a single dice. It was like 2 crits, 2 hits against my double parry guy.
It's
So like I end up having to like parry way too much out like on it, so I'm having to parry like 2 crits out and then parry another one so I'm not getting like fucking worked on it, and like it was just rough. I didn't end up killing him, and then like he just kind of mulched through my dudes,
Yeah.
like it was every time I needed a hot roll, it did not give me a hot roll, and you just yeah.
No,
So
I rolled pretty good, and yeah, I don't think you. I don't know if you remember that guy has 18 wounds when you
yeah,
because you
but
double fought
still,
him, and yeah, I didn't miss a single dice. Even with
yeah,
I didn't even have to reroll, and I had rerolls up too.
absolutely. Like it was just like, and it was crits every time too, just natural
Yeah.
crits. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm really having to like deal with a significant amount of
to just
damage
not
coming
get
through.
clapped back in your own
Yeah.
fight as a Drukari, which is just not too often. Like that's the thing they have to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's going to be hitting me two crits, and he had them both times. That's out. I'm done for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it went pretty quick.
Mhm.
Ended up handshake about the middle of turn 2 as Tyler was done fighting the Imperium, and those
Yep.
fucking Hand of the Archon go to hell where they belong.
They ran away. So
Yeah.
which was the very very Hand of the Archon thing to do, right?
Yeah, this is a fun little warm up. So we played that game out again. Literally played it on like the receptionist desks at a physical therapy place which we had the in the building where they have the tabletop club. They just kind of had the building opened up, and so our swap meet was in this room. And so we were literally playing on like the receptionist desk. So it was fun though, especially since I won really badly.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Humble and grace or victory.
Humble.
Or
Yes,
humble,
always.
absolutely.
Graceful.
Always.
Most humble person I know.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I moved. I got rid of about 160 models.
Nice.
A couple
Yeah, you
$100
sent me
in my
the
pocket.
list.
Yeah. A big chunk of that was like 2 boxes of Dominion, one that I sold for like $30. That was still in the shrink wrap. I think I got almost for free. And then also another half a Dominion box too. But traded some Ophidian destroyers. I think the
Necrons.
the Necron snaky guys for a Farsight. So that's 3 models for 1. I feel like that was a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal right there.
Yeah, but it was great. I appreciate the gaming club having the swap meet.
Yeah.
It was cool. They had I know there was quite a few people there that had set up like tables and stuff that were more looking for just kind of to sell miniatures, and then you had people bringing in their own stuff. A couple people from our community just bringing in stuff, try and swap stuff.
Yeah.
So
which I think a lot of people, ended up buying and selling stuff, but like I think there was, with a swap meet going with the intention of necessarily not trading.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the best results. You're going to sell some stuff, but not always clear out your inventory. There was a wide selection of stuff there too, so it was pretty neat.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff. There's a whole like Horus Heresy army there basically that I almost thought if it wasn't for Shame Golf and like trying to get rid of stuff, they were all like built Marines that the guy had built and primed, and I was thinking like, wow, that's my army to go right away. So,
Yeah.
but I held off. So only came back again with 1 miniature that I didn't go there with. Nick got rid of a bunch of stuff too, and like I said, he dropped the rest off at Mindtaker, and I think maybe Thursday morning, when you're hearing this, I'm actually going to be at Mindtaker doing the same to move some stuff. Tyler, funny thing, so that drop pod I gave you, you know where I got that?
Where?
The last swap meet I went to. So yeah, because
Mindtaker,
before Mindtaker moved into their new building, they had a swap meet out in not too far from here in a parking lot, and I picked up that drop pod at a different swap meet, and I took it to another one to try and sell it. So
it's the old drop pod too, so it's extra fidgety. So
yeah, so still in the shrink too. Never even bought it. I bought it probably 4 years ago. Never even touched it. So there was a lot of
have fun playing on it at a future tournament.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to become terrain probably. Yeah. So, but speaking of tournaments, we also played in a tournament. So Connor, you want to send you the link for the
you did, yes. So you guys were playing at none other than the Mindtaker Miniatures Kill Team Tournament on March 15th of 2026. Boom, nailed it. Now everyone's stocking on BCP.
There you Yeah, Ryan Hagedorn, Chris Sharp, CB, Jed all came together to put a tournament together up here right the street from Mindtaker, which I love because it's 5 minutes from my house. And so literally at lunch I came home and like took my shoes off between rounds 2 and 3. Tyler and I came back to my house and sat around and watched some YouTube for a little bit. So it was good stuff. So honestly, just like getting away from people for a hot minute, like love all the people there, but after spending an entire day like trying to sell my shit and doing a lot of like, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to make deals.
Yeah, having to do the old retail thing and then go to a tournament, you're a little peopled out. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, especially, it's the same crowd the whole time. Not that we don't love hanging out with that crowd all the time. We are that crowd.
Yeah. No, you guys secretly hate it. As we all know, you two are in this for the big money that comes with it.
You're right. We're industry plants.
Yeah,
pretty much. Here to
nepo babies and all that shit. Yeah,
yeah. Take it mainstream and sell out. Eventually, we're gonna sell out to like Penny Arcade, or and then they'll sell out to like Time Warner or something like that. So
I'm actually looking for any venture capital money. If anybody wants to put it into the podcast, we're growing. We're in every market around the world because of the internet.
Yep. Hey,
you've heard Connor's ad reads. We can sell stuff. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we will sell out in a heartbeat.
Does that mean I'll finally get a Roth IRA?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what it's going to take.
Yeah. So
still don't know what that means. But yeah, you guys had a tournament. That was pretty cool. It's nice that you came home for lunch, but before you get to lunch, Chunk, you had to get to round 1. And we'll start with you because you're on the left of my screen. So who was your round 1 opponent, Chuck?
Yeah, so my round 1 opponent was, I'm getting to it.
Don't have it memorized?
I thought I did. Oh, I'm in round 3 as well. It's Travis. I think it's Travis. I don't know how to say your last name. Sorry, Travis. Austri. So, and it was a Angels of Death mirror match. So we literally had the exact same operatives. I took Hardy and Resolute. So for this tournament, I was playing Angels of Death, had Hardy and Resolute. Round 1, we played on an open board, and Tyler got to play on this open board in round 2. So I'm going to let Tyler talk about the board when he gets there. Let's just say it was interesting.
I guess that's the question. Was it a lot of standard layouts, or were they doing the more
some squad games layouts?
Nice.
Yeah, they had the double Volcus squad games. I didn't play on that one. They did a Descent map actually too.
Ooh, very fun.
That I got to play on that one. That was
nice.
Fun. Yeah. So
they had a couple beta decima, the New England Kill Team beta decimas in there too. But my games were basically open Tomb World and then actually like an Octarius open. But won the game 14-7. I really it was pretty close. It was a real weird map, so the interaction was kind of funny. I'll put a picture up when Tyler gets to it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But we played Loot, and I did Plant Banner, and really most of my points came in like the ends of like rounds turn 2 and 3, or excuse me, 3 and 4, because I hit the Plant Banner a couple times, hit Loot a couple times, and ended up winning, beating Travis. So I'm 1-0 at this point. So
well done. I know yours are painted up as Black Templars. What was Travis's Marines?
So Travis was working on a Death Watch. Actually, he was originally doing them as Angels of Death Watch.
Oh, nice.
Before Death Watch came out. So I think he's still working on those. So
nice.
But literally, awesome. Besides our chapter tactics, and then he took Dominate actually, and which I don't think you want to take into elite teams because there's just not as much opportunity to get the Dominate tokens. But it was a fun game. Really nice dude too. So it was good.
Yeah. I played Chris Sharp. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was playing Scouts, and I was playing Goremongers. We were on Into the Dark there, and it was I chose Route for my attack op there, which I'm aggressive. I'm trying to get on it, and he used that against me real badly, and he just towards the end of the game just ran away from me. And so like that kind of put me at a disadvantage for kill op, and then also my attack op. there, which ended up swinging the game towards him. But it was really close. Like we had a really kind of cagey game at first. I made some good plays, but he was able to get away from me. It just kind of hold back safely there, you know. So I ended up losing that one. What was it?
Looks like
It's like
18-13. Ah,
Yeah.
nice. But yeah, solid round one. So we got Chuck at 1-0, Tyler at 0-1. But then on to round two. Tyler, let's hear about this board.
I played CB on with Vespids and Goremongers, and that's not normally a problem on most boards, I would say. Vespids are a lot better than they were, you know. CB's a good player also, but we played on this Squad Games map, and Dakota, I have some feelings about it for sure.
Is that actually a legit Squad Games map, or was that just leftovers from?
It's like the leftovers from, and I think it's, you know, but like so I think the idea is that you're supposed to like use equipment for heavy terrain, but like where the objectives are laid out, one's in the middle, and it's just like out in the open, and there's no cover on it, you know. So like as a team that needs to run places, you know, I don't really have a lot of shooting, and against a team that flies and shoots, it was kind of a massacre on it because like the middle of the board is all light cover. So even when I could get across, he would just move a guy out and shoot me off the board, you know, or like get me down so low that like he could finish me off in melee most of the time. So it was just a little too much.
That's a weird thing to hear. Vespid killing a Goremonger in melee.
Yeah, it was you know, it did not turn out good for me. I think I scored, what was it? It is I got 10. He won with 17. So not a total blowout, but he did table me by like the end of turning point. 3.
Yeah, that was on Friday for me. I played against Alejandro and his Vespid, and yeah, I always kind of forget that light cover they can turn off, and if that's all the cover you have access to, I can't even imagine how rough that is.
Yeah, you know, and like there was Vantage on the one side, so he's able to just like sit up on the Vantage with a couple guys and just shoot me off the board, you know, and then like he had enough positioning and angles so that like even if I got into cover with some of it, that he could just fly around it.
Brutal.
I don't know if that's an actual Squad Games map. I think that is no. I think what it is so Squad Games has the double Volcus maps, but I think what they did was they took all the leftovers that you don't use for the double Volcus map and then freestyled their own map because I don't even think I could design a map that was that
like okay, well if that is not, then you know I take back my words. If that was yours, Dakota, shame.
Yeah.
So
we'll have a picture up in the video. So yeah.
Movie magic. Well, Chuck, how was your round two? Hopefully a little bit more cover for you.
I had cover. My opponent did not take cover though, unfortunately. So so I played against John Patterson, Patty's he's known, on Tomb World, and they brought Kasserkin actually. And so I was a little nervous because they won their first game pretty solidly. And so they paired into me, and Patty had a real bad placement at the start of the game, and I took advantage of it. So they forgot about doors because they hadn't played on much Into the Dark or Tomb World, I guess. And I was able to, on one side of the board, on the left side of the board, there was essentially like a door on the middle, and they had 3 Kasserkins sitting at the back line and not in any cover at all. And I was able to run my captain up, pop open the door, and my sniper was sitting at the back. So I immediately murked his sergeant. And so which hamstrings Kasserkin quite a bit. Although he wasn't familiar with the newest update. So I actually at the start of the game I was like, hey man, you get like 2 skill at arms actually because your sergeant's live. And he's like, oh, I guess he played his whole game and won and didn't even use his second skill.
And then you're like, nice buff. It doesn't matter. You're dead.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, he had a plasma gunner, and I was like, okay, well, I took out his sergeant, but I think he had a plasma gunner sitting on his back line, and he even like APL buffed him, and so at this point, I'm waiting for my counteraxe to kind of save my sniper, and I figured he'd move his plasma gunner over and just nuke my sniper. And he went the other way with him. So I was like, okay. So I got my counteract. I did my Wrath of Vengeance for a double counteract. So I was able to then kill another one of his guys, his Vox trooper, and then slide my guy back into cover. And it just kind of went downhill from there. He actually, start of Turning Point 2, I think he won initiative and moved his Melta up next to my in Turning Point 2 he moved his Melta like with just outside of an inch of my heavy gunner and melted him right in the face, and my gunner, like, he rolled kind of poorly and I lived on 6 wounds, and then so he's standing there in front of my like heavy bolt gun. So it didn't go well for the Melta gunner. But I ended up tabling him at the start of turn 4 and won just 21 to 0. So
nice. But, good scoreline for you, but just it seems like a brutal game.
It was pretty it was a great opponent and like good sport about the whole thing, and
that's always good.
And he didn't play in round 3 though, so I hope that he didn't get dissuaded by me.
You are just the worst at doing that to people, man.
Constantly.
So yeah, at this point I'm 2-0, Tyler's 0-2, and since we got a bet going on too, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I got a nice little lead in our Patreon bet. So
we even said
swap styles.
Swap styles.
That's right.
So,
okay, So that's good look for you. So you have your nice.
I have to do doggy, and Tyler's gonna do missionary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I thought it was that I was gonna be bottom this time.
Oh, yeah. I can't give that up. Sorry, bud. I love the Patreon, but no. This was mid round after round. We both of our games finished up pretty quick because Tyler got nuked off the board and I nuked him off the board. So this is when we went back to my house and watched little game ranks. So nice to kick off the shoes and what was the video we watched? It was games you missed or something. I don't remember.
Those game ranks videos are forgettable at best.
I love them though. I actually, when my like YouTube year-end review thing, the Wrapped came up, like I was one of their like top 1% in watching videos that like 10 things you didn't know about Baldur's Gate 3.
You're like, cool, I've never played this game.
Never played the game, but I'm gonna fucking watch this movie.
I want to know about it. Absolutely. I'm guilty. Expansive lore videos about series I've never played. Do you guys ever watch like the cut scenes for video games cut into a movie?
No, I've thought about it in games where I've like
the Mortal Kombat ones. Really good.
Oh yeah.
Mortal Kombat really good. Or like the Injustice. Like those are some really good ones. Like every year a new Mortal Kombat game comes out and I'm watching the newest, So
I tried to do that for so I never played through Space Marine 1, and so I think I did that for Space Marine 1 actually. I watched all the cut together videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I like Space Marine 1 a lot.
Have you played much 2? I mean, I know you're all full into Battlefield right now, but have you gotten back to 2 much? Because they've added a ton of shit to it.
I mean, like a little bit. The one thing that I like to play that game with a controller, and my new PC is not recognizing my controller for some reason. So it's for Space Marine 2. It recognizes it for other games, just not Space Marine 2. It's weird.
That's an odd one. The fun of PCs,
Yeah, absolutely. So
always something with them, but
yeah. But other than that, I'm still on Battlefield. So I thought about Marathon, not happening. Just going to continue to play Battlefield. So new content out today. I'm going to play it after we get off here.
So. Oh, what's the new stuff? I know there was like the big update a couple weeks back.
Yeah, so we had like the VX7 psychedelic like warfare one. Like, you went in the gas and you started like seeing shadow people. It's like a bunch of what is it? Robitussin, like you take too much.
Yeah.
But now it's like dark. Like nighttime.
Oh, interesting.
So that should be cool. And then there's like a new SMG and then the automatic sidearm too.
Oh yeah, the new like almost SMG style pistol.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
cool.
So like the
those are never a problem in games.
Never a problem, especially in like a close quarters map.
No.
Like it always becomes like the default pick, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I guess actually, one thing I saw on Reddit today actually is, I'm sure you guys have seen in the past like how they put in like cool reloads, like
oh yeah,
every 500 reloads or something you'll get this one like neat animation. And I saw actually on Reddit somebody finally unlocked for like the starter pistol. Somebody maybe finally found one of the first like hidden reload animations.
okay,
nice.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
I wonder if I've seen it for my main gun, like that I use, because that's
you use the same one all the time, right?
all the time. I mean, like, you know, I've leveled up a whole bunch of other guns. Like I have quite a few guns at like 50, but like, you know, it's still I still go back to SG553. It's the GOAT in Battlefield 6.
It's a fun gun, man. I've always liked that gun in like video games, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Looks good, you know, shoots good. So
This is a solid platform. Then the UMP. That's always like my go-to SMG if it's in a video game.
yeah, absolutely. We should probably get back to Kill Team.
We should, yeah. Well, Kill Team has guns, so you know.
Sorry, Tyler. Who are you?
Oh yeah, you know,
it's my job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to stay.
Well,
I could talk about Battlefield quite a while. The UMP, I feel like, real quick, is a little underpowered in Battlefield 6. I feel like the damage and drop off is too harsh. Like it doesn't do enough damage, and the drop off is too strong for the low fire rate on it.
The UMP seems to be a gun that's either really solid in a lot of games, or oftentimes I feel it is the case because it's a weird, like, not standard SMG, because it's like almost a rifle at times, and that can be kind of a weird balancing design space. But it's I loved it in the OG Modern 2, and that's where it started the love. But you know, speaking of Kill Team, Chuck, round 3, you're currently 2-0. Who do you match up into?
So round 3, 2-0. Whole world ahead of me. Chance to win a tournament for the first time in a long time. It's been quite a long time. And I play against Eugene Wong. I hope I'm saying your name right. Against the nemesis of everyone,
Nemesis Claw.
Oh no, very nicely painted Night Lord style Murder Wing. Really amazing power swords. The weapons were awesome. So, and we played on a long edge deployment Octarius terrain board, and that's it. Got this. I can do this. Angels of Death. I actually listened to the Points Team podcast with Olivia and Alyssa about Angels of Death specifically. So I'm like, I rolled through my first 2 games pretty good. I can do this. And you know what comes next? I got fucking destroyed.
Air sirens.
And then he's like, peace. Fucking disappeared.
Pretty much.
He's like, I'm out of here after that. He's like, I'm so embarrassed. So
I dipped right after the game because it was over very quickly. Also, I just wanted to get home. No, so Eugene dusted me. I think I lost like 21-2 basically. I made a very bad tactical error, and I put my sniper up on an Octarius. So it was I unfortunately didn't get a picture of the board. But you had basically like on my side of the board, on one edge of my deployment, you had an Octarius Ruin, and then about another like 4 inches ahead of that was another Octarius Ruin, and I'm like, great, jump my sniper up there, get ready to start killing some Murder Wing. Well, I forgot that he could get like a 9-inch move, like a 3-inch dash and a 6-inch boost, and get right up in my face with that Melta, and absolutely destroyed my sniper. Tried to then. The sniper did not live.
No. He rolled better than the Casterkin.
He rolled better than the Casterkin, yes. And so I just ate a couple Melta shots. Also, 6 less wounds. So ate a couple Melta shots and jumped my captain up there and tried to take him out and kind of whiffed a plasma shot. Then started turning point 2. I tried to take another plasma shot and charge into then from there, like, was able to charge into his leader, the Melta killed like 2 of my dudes right off the bat, and it was just kind of like downhill from there. I ended up killing at the end. I killed 3 of his guys, but it took way too much action economy to do it, and so I got destroyed pretty good, and Eugene ended up being coming in first place.
Hey,
So
well done to them.
yeah, and actually Eugene listens to podcasts, so he
Yeah.
let me know that he actually listens to podcasts. And as I was there soaking in my misery, Eugene was like, "Well, I learned everything from Chuck's podcast." So
Nice.
I'm gonna go with the knowledge of Kill Team that we
So
give
often
to the
provide.
community so often provide is actually empowering people to come out and kick our own asses.
Absolutely.
So
we've created a monster, you know.
yeah, so I feel like I still won the tournament,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
through Eugene.
Master Miyagi did essentially.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
I
Mr.
think that's a
Miyagi,
fair
was, like,
analysis.
standing there
Mhm.
watching Daniel-san just like, like roundhouse or crane kick to win the All Valley team tournament, and I'm proud.
Ah,
So no, Eugene did a great job though. Very aggressive murder wing player, which his whole strategy was essentially like just kill you and then score points. Like I guess that's how he played his first couple games. Is what it sounded like too. Is he basically would do he board wipe you and then go do retrieval. So that's how he was like winning his games. So, and I guess his first game he played on the Descent map, which Tyler's going to talk about in just a minute,
Mhm.
and which had like 2 objectives up top, and he just stayed out of Tomb World. So
interesting. All right.
yeah, but no, he played a great game. There was really I fucked up, and so I'd like to thank Ryan for not banning Murder Wing. Decided to let Murder Wing come to the tournament, and I paid for it because of his hubris. No, it was I don't think they should have been banned. I'm glad they weren't. I think we need to get the stats out there so we can see and they can get a proper nerf.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely. Yeah. No, that was a pretty quick game overall for you. I remember what you watching out. You're like, out of here, buddy. I got on the Descent board. I got paired into Ratlings. I was playing against Stephen Webb. And this went more how you'd expect. This pair, no, Rufus. So goremongers like to eat ratlings, and they did just that. And the Descent board allowed a lot of cheeky maneuvering through the board to make charges you wouldn't think, or avoid, like traps and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. I remember making charges from one side of the board to the next. And you'd be like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that was there. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll pay the extra, pay my token for the extra 1-inch movement. We're going all the way through and getting you over here. And it was a good time. So I ended up winning that one. Overall, he played a really good game though. It was pretty close, 15-11. So,
Nice.
yeah, he was playing the objective, doing a good job. So using his Bulgrin, like how he should. So yeah.
Yeah, so final score, Chuck 2-1. I ended up 10th out of 22. Tyler 1-2, coming in just right behind me actually, 13th. So
yeah, lucky 13. So
yeah. For those keeping home at score at home, I'm 1 game ahead of Tyler right now. Although we could count the other game we played on Saturday too. So
we could, but we're not. It's only
okay.
games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was a practice game.
Yeah, warm-up game.
Yeah, but thanks Mindtaker for hosting. Always a great
always.
host. I think they had something like when you do a tournament of Mindtaker, if you're ever looking to host something there, get in touch with them, or if you see an opportunity to play there, they provide lunch. They go get like Costco pizzas, and so lunch was provided. They also gave away probably, I don't know, $450 in store credit to like the top like 5 people.
Nice.
I think first place walked away with like $200 in store credit from Mindtaker. So
Oh yeah, that's
there's
awesome.
like combat patrol and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mindtaker's always super cool. The people that own it are incredible. Like, it is an institution in the area for tabletop miniatures. If you are visiting Portland area, you need to go to Mindtaker.
Also, their mindtaker.org is their website. They will ship to you too. So, and the cool thing about it is you can find a lot of neat stuff that you will not find anywhere else because people trade stuff in. Like we talked about Nick earlier, and I'm going to go later. You can take your stuff and you find just like random shit. We told the story before, but Tyler came up for lunch with me one day and walked in and found like 2 of the old school like Inquisitor models, like new in the box.
I got an Inquisitor comic book this time. So
Nice.
Yeah. Like that's pretty cool. So
yeah. So I'm 2-1, Tyler's 1-2, and then coming up this weekend we have the Cascadia Clash, Clash coming up in Mount Vernon. So Tyler and I are gonna head up on Friday. We got games Saturday and Sunday, and Tyler's sticking to Goremongers. I had been waffling, and probably because of the beating that I took, and also there's gonna be a lot of elite teams, and so Connor and Nick bullied me into going back to Rekkas.
Bullied?
That's the correct answer. That's the correct answer.
I had to like talk to you and reassure you there was no aggression or bullying of any kind. And then you got high later that night and were like, okay, but what if I do Angels of Death instead?
Yeah, and unfortunately fell asleep before I could change my mind. So I'm bringing the Rekka crew back.
I mean,
people have been asking me if I'm back. Well, I'm back. So
and better than ever.
You know, I can't believe Sean made me lock in a team so far out. Like, yeah, like so I normally receive like the vision in a dream the night before of what team I'm supposed to play, and that's how it's decided. And like we're just going with what we have for right now. So.
I messaged Sean yesterday because I thought you dropped, because I looked at the roster and didn't see your name on there. I'm like, I'm gonna punch Tyler in the dick if he dropped this fucking tournament.
No, I didn't.
You bailed on me last year.
Yeah, I was sick last year. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I was looking through the roster to kind of see what to play, and I was like, well, where's Tyler's name? And Tyler's name was not on the roster.
Where is Tyler's name?
He had to manually add me. He's like, did you drop? And I was like, no, I wouldn't do that. What are you talking about? So I had to like dig out my ticket. I was like the first person to purchase a ticket to Clash. So, yeah.
So I'm going Rekka Crew, bringing the boys back. I packed them up. It felt kind of good last night to go through and pack them up. So in my bespoke container, I do wish I had maybe one more warrior actually, but it's a little late for that. So,
you can get an orc painted up by Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even have the bodies though. I might look at my commandos and see if there's one that I can use as just like a melee dude.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Or like see if Mindtaker's got an orc. We can go to their website, Mindtaker.
Yeah. I've got a few orc bodies that they're just a little different. So we'll see though. I mean, because I maybe want to flex the Demolisher a little bit and not take that kill you hammer every time. For just a regular boy, but I probably won't, because I've never dropped him ever. So, but we'll see.
I mean, we're gonna. You don't have to kill yourself with him, right?
No, you don't. But he's kind of weak if you do. If you don't, he's just like a 4 or 5 hammer. He's got some. I can't remember if he's the guy that you don't get like rending on him, or if he's the guy that allows you to. I have to look. He's got some damage reduction, but he's only like 4 or 5 damage on a I think on 4s with that thing or something. I don't know. So it would be good sometimes to just to like swap him out. So but I probably won't. So we'll see. But yeah. So what's coming up next week though, after Clash, is Adepticon. And I, for one, am really glad actually I'm not going this year, because it sounds like TSA is really fucked. But they're going to have reveals. They always do reveals. Gentlemen, what do you have? I don't think we've gotten the preview for what events or what game systems are actually going to have. Hey everybody, note from Future Chuck here. We recorded this on Tuesday night, and Wednesday they announced that actually on the 25th there is going to be a Warhammer reveal at Adepticon, and Kill Team is part of that. So get your predictions in.
No, I don't think we have.
What would you do? You have any predictions on what it might be for? Because we'll probably see 11th edition 40K.
So I mean, like, I think that's probably going to be Blood Angels and Orcs, right? Like, or Space Marines and Orcs. Um, it'd be cool if they did Blood Angels on the cover. That's just like very second edition, very classic. But like, who knows if they will. We do have Yarick, who was announced today as coming back.
And that's what I was wondering where that fits in, because
I think
he's obviously going to be 11th edition.
I think that's the fourth book in like this end narrative, like the 500 Worlds, Maelstrom. What was the other one?
I don't know what the
Corsair. Yeah, it's weird because they've launched like 3 or 4 narrative books that all have different titles, but
and they all have new characters and units with them too.
Yeah, it's how we're getting my cool new Adnex stuff. Yay! But yeah, that was cool. It was a fun animation. First time we've really had one for that's like seems to be just for an individual character, which is
I don't think it's for an individual character. I just think he's going to star in it. I think it's going to be like the launch animation, kind of like Pariah Nexus animation was.
I just mean, I that's true, but like every time we've gotten one of those animations before, it's like been for a new edition of something, So maybe this will lead into 11's animation, but it was a fun one.
Absolutely. I think it's like a snippet of like an upcoming project that they'll use for the 11th edition, because like they never just use their animations for one thing, right? So is that a Zero Sugar Minute Maid?
No, it's a Zero Sugar Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Okay,
got to get the nectar of life at any given moment.
So we're thinking 40K orcs, thinking 40K, and Ultramarines painted is like Gabriel Seth says, Ultramarines painted red because they're not going to have like special characters. Going back to that, I think we saw GW came out with the one orc thing. By the way, did you guys notice that something somebody pointed out on Reddit today is that the claw hand that they showed and in the orky preview stuff is actually Yarick's hand.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not on an orc. It's actually on Yarick.
Or maybe an orc has the exact same one. I don't think that would happen, but maybe.
Probably not. What other games are we looking for? I mean, is Kill Team just dead? Can we maybe get a tease for?
Hopefully we'll get anything, because it has been. It's getting around that time where a new boss should be coming out soonish, unless they're waiting until October again.
I bet we're waiting until October again. Like that's my feeling.
Maybe we'll get like the weird side box, like whatever, the Ashes of Faith. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, I wonder if Kill Team's coming back to Armageddon along with the main edition, which is like kind of where some of the rumors and like the narrative seems to be pointing, right?
I don't know if the Kill Team narrative. I don't know the story.
No, like the 11th edition.
Oh yeah.
Like if it's orcs and Yarick is back, like we're back on Armageddon.
Yeah, they were back in Armageddon for like a year ago, but it was when they're like, it's Armageddon, but then it was just all the Marine stuff, and everyone was like, how is this Armageddon? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's probably like the start of Armageddon, because like Armageddon always starts small and then gets out of control. So
as the name implies.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't name the fucking planet Armageddon. That was kind of a
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it seems like a bad name for a planet. Like at least Necromunda had a different name before it became Necromunda.
What was that name?
I don't know off the top of my head. It was a verdant world, and then it got like destroyed by some plague or something, even pre-heresy, I think.
All right, so for shits and giggles, let's say.
Oh, I actually have another thing from the animation. Sorry, before we move on, I'm thinking we're getting beyond, like obviously Yarick and some new guards. I'm thinking we might get new not salamanders, unless that's the name of the scout transport. But they were really showing off that like the guard troop transport tank, and it looked a little bit nicer than the current kit, because that current kit's not bad, but it's kind of old. And maybe a refresh for that's in mind, because Guard could use some stuff, especially if they're not getting their Catachan refresh.
Yeah,
absolutely. But maybe in Kill Team, if we do get a Kill Team preview, I think that like it could be Penal Legion, like Chem Dogs, because they show up on Armageddon also.
New book out for them too.
Yeah,
right?
New book. Yeah.
Dude, so like, I feel so bad for Steel Legion fans if it's on Armageddon and they can't even get Steel Legion.
They all got wiped out. They've been replaced with Krieg.
Yeah.
So,
there are only 3 guardsmen in Warhammer 40k now.
Yeah, just repaint the Krieg in Steel Legion colors.
I mean, sure, but
it's the same fucking thing.
They look different enough that I can see what people would.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's like one has French helmets, the other has U.S. helmets.
Yeah,
just like get an Exacto out and have fun. But yeah, I get it, but also chem dogs would be cool.
Chem dogs would be pretty cool. It's funny
also
that
wearing gas masks too. So
it's funny that chem dogs have had such a surge in popularity ever, just because from out of nowhere essentially.
I who doesn't like a bunch of prisoners that take drugs and fight for the Imperium?
I figured Tyler's been talking about him for long enough. I never even heard him before Tyler started talking about him, and so now eventually they've caught on.
Tyler has that secret NDA that tells him not what's coming out in the next 4 years, but in year 7 from now, so he can make speculative.
I see. I'm never wrong. I'm just early. So
well,
I have that problem
when you
too.
put something out there for everything. That's wrong of you. When you put that out there for everything, then you can never be wrong.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Real quick.
Nostradamus, just shoot my shot wide.
There you go.
Cast a wide net. Real
quick on Armageddon. So if say Kill Team was to come back to Armageddon, say we're Kill Team's part of the Armageddon narrative, we have with Tomb World, we have a close quarters board. The board before that was Volcus. We're back to, so we need a beta Decima, I guess.
Yeah. Armageddon, they showed off some jungle kind of in the animation, so obviously that means jungle terrain's coming, baby. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Jungle
or trenches. I think there's Armageddon, Krieg, trenches all over the place there. I don't know how you do that on the board without maybe a double they had a printed ocean, maybe printed trench lines or something, and some sort of unique action to get in and out of the trench.
Just the heaviest plastic kit ever.
I mean, I wouldn't complain about that either, but that seems unlikely. I would love proper trench terrain. And then, I mean,
maybe they go like bastions then, rather than trenches.
And destroyed just rubble stacks, lots of stuff that we saw in Octarius, because rubble
scrambles back.
Yeah, scrambles bank. You have a big heavy half destroyed Chimera. That's what it's called. Half destroyed Chimera that's tilted 45 degrees and blown up on one side. That'd be a cool chunk of terrain to have.
I mean, you can just do that with the Chimera.
You can, but I just
2 of them, right? What if it's just Octarius Part 2?
I wouldn't mind that.
It's just an expansion pack for Octarius. It's not even a whole new one. It's just an add-on kit.
That honestly be great.
I wish they would. We got so much fucking Octarius.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
That'd be so sick. So
yeah, but then we don't have to buy shit. So
yeah,
I always
can't be that.
We're OG. We're Octarius.
We're wealthy in Octarius. Yeah. So
what, Chuck? Come on, that wasn't great. That was one of the best moves ever in the history of mankind.
It's one of the best you've told.
Thanks.
Quick thing, I do want to go back to the Mindtaker tournament real quick before we sign off here. And on the topic of banning teams, so I was talking to Ryan after the tournament, and he was consoling me.
And you're like,
and he was saying, "Yeah, should you ban it?" No, I was giving. I don't think it should be banned. But one thing he was saying, not necessarily is that we don't need to ban these teams because they need data because we need to be able to nerf them. But one of his concerns is that as new people get into Kill Team, if you jump in and you say play Wolf Scouts or Murder Wing or something, you're coming into the game and it's the hot new box and you're buying it and you're going to play this team that's overpowered and you're going to do really well because they're kind of broken. Then eventually this team's going to get a balanced data slate and they're going to get a nerf and then they're going to suck. And he's really concerned about basically getting into teams as new players and then their favorite team is going to suck and then we're going to lose people from the game. And he even said that in the Vancouver community here, there was a player that played Harlequins and played Harlequins at the start, really liked Harlequins. Harlequins got quite a few nerfs and didn't have quite the power that they did. And they just kind of fell out of love with the game because of that. So what do you guys think about that as far as teams coming out too strong and it could hurt the player base?
That's an issue, but also there's people that only want to play one faction, and if their faction's not doing good or they'll just kind of like drop off.
Yeah.
Like it's we've seen it, or they'll stick around and complain a lot.
Connor.
Like it happens.
You put me on a podcast, Chuck. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
not complain?
We gave him we platformed him, as they say.
Yeah. You enabled me.
So like there's only like so much you can do with those people. I think that like it is definitely a risk, but like someone who only wants to play Murder Wing at their absolute peak probably wasn't ever going to stick around. Like
I think it's a fair concern. But at least with Marines, you have the advantage of Marine teams are very easy to proxy into another one. So if you really dislike it because you like Nemesis Claw, or like not Nemesis Claw, but Night Lords, then you have another option, one that's actually Night Lords, or proxy and stuff. But I do think it's fair that, especially if it's your first time with the box, I think even more so than the team getting nerfed, is when you're just trying to learn the game and then you go and look for advice and people just online are going to be like, oh, of course, and like roll their eyes about it when you go up to play matches with them. It's like, that's just going to give you a bad vibe in the sense of like, all right, guys, I'm just trying to play this game I just got into. I didn't know this team was so problematic type of deal.
Yeah, a lot of people just buy cool models and they're like, oh, I'll also try out the game.
Yeah, I pick up this because I want the models, and then there's a game that comes with it. I might as well learn the thing that came in the box with it. But yeah, I think that's a fair like concern to have, especially then beyond that, if you're a new player and the last 3 boxes each have a team that's kind of a problem, it's just going to be like, oh, is this game always this badly managed with design, which I don't think it often has been. I think just unfortunately the last like 4 boxes where there were at least one team in all of them that were quite an issue for a little bit.
I do think it has to do with like the balance cycle also, right? Like once you get it out into the wider audience, they're finding more jank with the teams.
Very true.
Then teams get nerfed, and like while the internal balance for a team may be okay when it was being play tested between 2 people who are playing it with the knowledge of intent and stuff like that, or maybe they're able to ask the game designer something, once it gets out into the world, that can really break the balance on the team. So
they also don't obsess the same way we do over every wording.
Yeah, I wonder if you removed all the balance from all of the teams that were overpowered and played them against each other, where they would fall in with each other, who would come out on the top. So
maybe that's what we need to do. We need to have a
Wild West tournament,
straight from the box tournament, where we just we get some of the best players out there and they get assigned teams. You can pick a team that you want, but you get to play like pre-nerf sanctifiers and pre-nerf goremongers and like
pre-nerf legionaries and stuff.
Yeah. Start of the edition legionaries,
Warp Coven,
Plague Marines. I would say, I mean, I guess those teams are more like they went into the new edition and were tough. But yeah, I would like to see from the last boxes since the start of this edition, just the teams that came in those boxes, a tournament with just the teams that came in those boxes, and see which team at the start comes out the strongest.
Yeah. Maybe we host that sometime. So it'd be interesting to find out.
I'm putting my money still on not Death Watch, the other one, Canoptic.
Canoptic's really, really big pick. So
that crazy healing
3D3 heal or whatever the fuck it was.
3D3 plus 3 healing or some shit. Balanced.
So gentlemen, I don't know if you know what the day this podcast comes out is a very special day.
No.
It's my birthday.
Oh shit.
And you know what I would like for my birthday?
What?
I would like you to go to patreon.com/VoxCascadia podcast and support the podcast. So we do an after show every week that we usually talk maybe a tiny bit of Kill Team, and then we just ramble on about stuff. It's a little even more free flowing, I think, too, because we're not kind of constraining ourselves to Kill Team, because a lot of times we just want to talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, we're not constraining ourselves at all.
Yeah,
there. Like it's
there's even less.
It gets real weird. So
my shirt comes off sometimes.
Yeah, my pants come off sometimes.
Oh,
you guys are wearing pants?
Yeah. You can't take your pants off if you're not wearing pants, dude. Come on. Yeah. So I do want to thank again our current patrons. So Sam convert to Tyler's big cult of Oriel Sulian. I always pronounce his last name wrong. Thank you, Max, Zarin in the Zarin tier himself. I know you're disenchanted with Kill Team, but thank you for loving us still. Yeah, Cody, Zach, Greg, Rob, the Hobby Highlander, Ryan Hagedorn, thanks again for hosting the tournament. James Nevitt, Happy Stick, Adam, OG Yog, Adam, Tanner, Troy Wolf, Jenna, Sean, Nick, Schnerdy, Holly, Scott, Keaton, Watermelonite, Vox Cream, Mark Mayer, William Klaus, Tristan, Riley, and Trench Fever. So thank you so much for the support. It helps us keep the lights on. Because podcasting is actually like expensive.
Yeah.
So you think with all the quality of this and how much we say and stuff that this was free, but no, this is expensive. So but thank you so much.
Chuck charging me $20 every appearance.
I do actually. So Connor's like, I want to be in front of the people. I'm like, well, you got to pay to be in front of people.
Pay to play. So
yeah. Okay. But thank you again for Mindtaker for hosting this weekend. Go check out the Points Team podcast. Got some good stuff on there with Olivia and Alyssa. Alyssa is one who I played at LVO a couple of years and absolutely killed me.
You're a ghost.
Yeah, Tyler, you want to do the rest?
Yeah. You can catch us on everywhere on Instagram at Lowbrow Minis. Chuck is Painting Cave Minis. Connor is at Spanaway. You can also catch us at Vox Cascadia on there, or at Vox Cascadia Podcast on Patreon, as Chuck mentioned, and on YouTube we are just at Vox Cascadia too. So we love you. Good night.